Ever get the feeling that airports are a giant puzzle designed by your worst enemy? You walk in, and all logic just evaporates. The hallways curve for no apparent reason. The gate you need is always in the furthest possible terminal. You can't shake the feeling this place was engineered to get you lost, tired, and willing to pay $5 for a bottle of water. Well, you're not wrong. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on 15 clever tricks that airlines and airports would rather you didn't know. This isn't the same old get there early advice. These are real-world hacks used by frequent flyers to save money, avoid stress, and quietly beat the system. And the best part? You don't need points, status, or a platinum card. Just a few smart moves and you'll start traveling like you've cracked the code. Oh, and make sure you stick around for tip number 15. It will permanently change how you feel about your suitcase wheels. Let's get into it. Trick 1. Use hotel shuttles to dodge rideshare fees. First up, a trick that feels almost like cheating, but it's perfectly legit. Did you know that Uber and Lyft are allowed to add special airport surcharges to your fare? It's a fee that can add anywhere from $5 to $15 to your bill before you've even moved an inch. Factor in the surge pricing, the confusing pickup zones, and the joy of dragging your luggage through a concrete parking garage. And suddenly that cheap ride isn't so cheap. So what do the pros do? They hop on a free, fast, and far less stressful hotel shuttle. Nearly all the major hotel chains, Hilton, Marriott, Hyatt, offer complimentary shuttles to and from the terminal. And here's the secret. Nobody checks if you're actually a guest. Just get on the bus, ride it to the hotel lobby, and order your Uber from there. No airport fees, no chaos. And you'll usually get a much faster pickup too. I've done this countless times. Landed at LAX, walked straight onto a nearby Marriott shuttle, and ordered my car from their front door. It arrived in 3 minutes. Clean, calm, and no surprise $10 fee on my receipt. There's another underrated perk. Safety. Airport pickup zones can be dark, sketchy corners of a massive garage. A hotel lobby? It's bright, monitored, and it's easy to spot your ride. So next time, just Google hotels with free shuttles near your terminal. It's a tiny detour that saves you money, time, and a whole lot of hassle. And something tells me the airport isn't exactly thrilled that you know this. Trick 2. Book a security time slot to skip the line. You know what kills the pre-flight excitement faster than anything? That winding, soul-crushing security line? You're half awake, clutching your boarding pass, and wondering if your belt buckle is going to be the one that triggers the alarm this time. But what if I told you that you could walk past that entire line without paying for TSA pre-check, without flying first class, and without a fancy credit card? A growing number of U.S. airports now let you reserve a time slot to go through security, completely free. The service is often called Reserve by Clear or Fast Track, and it's like having a backstage pass without the price tag. The process is ridiculously simple. The day before your flight, go to the airport's website, pick a time window, say 8:30 to 8:45 a.m., and you'll get a QR code. When you arrive, you scan it at a special lane, breeze past the crowd, and go straight to the scanners. No guessing, no zigzagging through a maze of stanchions. You're just in. Airports like Seattle, SEA, Orlando, MCO, and Phoenix, PHX, already offer this. The craziest part? Almost no one uses it. Why? Because they don't advertise it, which is precisely why it works so well. Think about it. If everyone knew, it wouldn't be fast anymore. So before your next trip, just search your airport's name plus reserve security time. It takes 2 minutes to book and can save you 20 in line. That's 20 extra minutes for coffee. It's free, it's easy, and it's exactly the kind of thing airports hope you don't figure out. Trick 3. Go left at security for shorter lines. Here's a tiny trick that sounds like a myth, until you try it and glide past a dozen people stuck in line. When most travelers enter the security checkpoint area, what do? They drift to the right. It's a subconscious bias. Psychologists call it the path of least resistance. We instinctively head toward the first and most obvious option. Without a second thought, people follow the herd and form a slow, clunky queue at the nearest lanes. But what if you pause for 2 seconds, scan the whole area, and veer left? You will almost always find shorter lines, less stressed agents, and less chaos. I learned this the hard way. One morning at Chicago O'Hare, I followed the crowd right into a 25-minute wait. The guy behind me took one look, walked all the way to the far left lane, and was through in 5 minutes. I saw him sipping a latte at the gate before I even got my shoes back on. Ever since, it's my go-to move. Costs nothing. No app required. Just one smart turn. And one more thing most people miss. The lanes that are furthest away, especially those partially hidden by a pillar or a sign, are usually the emptiest. Most people stop at the first thing they see. Walk an extra 50 feet and save yourself 15 minutes. Trick 4. Use luggage trackers for peace of mind. If you've ever stood at the baggage carousel, watching bag after bag go by, but never yours, you know that sinking feeling in your stomach. You start asking yourself, did it make the connection? Did they lose it? Is it in Omaha? The reality is, airlines misplace or delay millions of bags every year. And sure, they'll try to find it, but they're tracking systems. Let's just say they're running on software from 2010. That's why seasoned travelers have their own solution. They drop an Apple AirTag or a tile tracker in their suitcase, and from that moment on, they stop guessing. They can see their bag's location, live, on their phone. I've seen people land at JFK, check their phone, and know instantly that their bag is still sitting on the tarmac in Atlanta. No need to wait at the carousel. No filling out lost bag forms with your fingers crossed. You just walk up to the airline desk, show them the location, and they can get it rerouted immediately. Sometimes you'll even see your bag arriving at the carousel before you get there yourself. That's the kind of stress-free travel we all want. So for about $30, you can ditch the panic and take control. Because when it comes to your luggage, the smartest move is to stop hoping the airline gets it right and start knowing for yourself. Trick 5. Airport design is manipulating you to spend. Ever notice how the airport's atmosphere changes the second you clear security? The flooring is different. The lighting shifts. Suddenly, you smell fresh-baked cinnamon rolls, even though there's no bakery in sight. That's not a coincidence. It's by design. Airports are built to influence your behavior, and more importantly, your spending. That soft carpeting in the retail area, it's not for your comfort. It's to slow you down. Studies show that people walk faster on hard surfaces like tile, but when their feet hit a plush carpet, they subconsciously relax, linger, and start browsing the stores. The lighting? It's bright and energizing around the duty-free shops, but dim and cozy near the food courts. The goal is to subtly nudge you into buying things you don't need. And that smell of vanilla or fresh brewed coffee wafting through the terminal, it's often a synthetic scent, pumped through the vents to trigger feelings of comfort and hunger. Even the layout is a strategy. Ever wonder why you're forced to walk through a maze of expensive perfumes and liquor just to get to your gate? It's not bad planning. It's a classic architectural trick called the Gruen transfer, creating a deliberately confusing path that maximizes your exposure to the most profitable stores. No shortcuts, no escape. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That relaxing post-security zone, it's not a break. It's a sales floor. So the next time you feel an urge to grab an overpriced snack or that travel-exclusive deal, take a second. Breathe. Ask yourself, am I actually hungry? Or am I just being played? Trick 6. Price check duty-free before you buy. Duty-free sounds like a magic password for savings. No tax. Airport exclusive. A great deal. But don't let the sign fool you. Just because it's tax-free doesn't mean it's cheaper. In fact, some items cost significantly more than they do at your local store. Airports know you're in a vacation mode mindset, either excited for your trip or relieved to be through security. That's when your brain is most susceptible to impulse buys, and duty-free shops are engineered to take full advantage of that moment. Many products are sold in travel-only sizes or gift sets that make a direct price comparison difficult. A bottle of cologne might seem like a bargain, until you realize it's $20 cheaper on Amazon. I've seen boxes of chocolates marked travel exclusive that cost more per ounce than the same brand at Target. Smart travelers do one simple thing. They price check it. Pull out your phone, scan the barcode, or just search the product, and look it up online before you head to the register. It takes 30 seconds and can save you a small fortune, especially on electronics, skincare, and liquor. The bottom line? Duty-free isn't always a ripoff, but it's definitely not always a deal. Treat it like any other store. If the bargain is real, it'll still be there after a quick fact check. Trick 7. Wear your extra luggage to avoid fees. Airlines, especially budget carriers, are banking on one thing: that you'll overpack and pay dearly for it. Overweight fees, extra bag fees, last-minute gate check charges. It all adds up fast. But here's what they don't tell you. There's no fee for the clothes on your back. No one is going to charge you for that bulky hoodie you're wearing or the extra t-shirt under it. Savvy travelers turn this into a brilliant travel hack. Have a puffy winter coat? Wear it. Too many shirts? Layer them. I once saw a guy in Denver board a flight to Miami looking like a walking laundry pile. He had on 3 jackets, a scarf, and cargo pants stuffed so full they looked like saddlebags. Did anyone stop him? Nope. He walked right onto the plane without paying a dime in fees. And once you're on board, just peel off the extra layers, stuff them under your seat, roll a jacket into a pillow, or use that oversized sweater as a blanket. You're warm, you're comfortable, and you just saved $60 on a checked bag. So if your carry-on is about to burst, don't pay up. Just wear the overflow. You might look a little ridiculous for 10 minutes, but your wallet will thank you. Trick 8. Pack a foldable duffel for souvenirs. It's the classic end-of-trip dilemma. Your suitcase refuses to close. The souvenirs, the snacks, that one just-in-case outfit you never wore. Suddenly you're playing a high-stakes game of luggage Tetris, praying the zipper doesn't break. Here's how frequent flyers avoid the drama. They pack a foldable nylon duffel bag. It's cheap, lightweight, and folds down to the size of a sandwich. But when you need it, it's a lifesaver. Did you buy a few too many things on your trip? No problem. Just unfold the bag, put your extra items inside, and carry it on as your personal item. As long as it fits under the seat in front of you, you're golden. I used this trick flying back from New Orleans. My main carry-on was packed with gifts and food. I just whipped out my foldable tote, stuffed it with the overflow, slid it under the seat, and boarded like I had it all planned out. No extra fees, no side-eye from the gate agent, just a smooth flight home. So next time you pack, toss one in. It adds 0 weight, but could save you from a checked bag fee, a broken zipper, or that awkward moment when you're forced to wear your bulkiest jacket just to make space. Trick 9. Use melatonin and white noise to sleep on planes. Trying to fall asleep on a plane can feel like an impossible task. The cabin lights are too bright, the engine is humming, the person behind you is tapping on your seat, and that neck pillow. It's doing more harm than good. It turns out there's a combination that actually works, and it doesn't involve prescription meds. Melatonin and white noise. Melatonin is a natural supplement that helps regulate your sleep cycle. You can find it at any drugstore. It won't knock you out cold, but it gently eases anxiety and quiets that restless, antsy feeling you get mid-flight. Now, pair that with white noise. Those constant soothing sounds like rain, a fan, or ocean waves. With noise-canceling headphones, a good white noise track, and a sleep mask to block out the light, your brain can finally switch off. The move is simple. Take a low-dose melatonin about 30 minutes before you want to rest. Then put on your headphones and cue up a white noise app once you're settled. The sound of a humming air conditioner or falling rain is surprisingly hypnotic. Before you know it, your eyelids feel heavy, your shoulders relax, and the chaos of the cabin fades away. The best part? You won't feel groggy when you land. You'll just be a more rested, less cranky version of yourself, ready to start your trip. Trick 10. Never put your home address on a luggage tag. You've probably heard this advice a million times. Put your name and address on your bag in case it gets lost. Sounds responsible, right? Not anymore. In today's world, writing your home address on a luggage tag is basically a public announcement that your house is empty. And yes, there have been documented cases of burglaries that started with a thief reading a luggage tag at the airport. Think about it. You're waiting in line at check-in. Your suitcase is sitting right there, tag swinging in plain view. All it takes is one quick photo for someone to know who you are, where you live, and the fact that you're clearly about to leave town for a while. That's not a lost and found solution. It's a major security risk. So what should you put instead? Your name, a cell phone number, and an email address. That's it. It's enough information for an airline to contact you if your bag goes missing, without giving away the keys to your home. Or better yet, get a smart luggage tag with a QR code that links to a secure contact page. No personal details on display, and you can update the information anytime. Because if your bag ever decides to take its own vacation, the last thing you want is for it to tell a stranger that your home is vacant. Trick 11. Book the first flight of the day to avoid delays. There's a simple way to sidestep travel meltdowns before they even begin. Fly early. The first flights of the morning are your best bet for an on-time departure and avoiding the domino effect of delays that builds up throughout the day. One late plane at 9 a.m. in Chicago can cause a chain reaction that delays dozens of flights after it, all across the country. But those 6 a.m. flights? The planes are typically already at the gate, cleaned, fueled, and ready to go from the night before. There's less air traffic, shorter tarmac queues, and smoother skies. And here's a bonus people overlook. Early flights are the cleanest flights. That's the one time of day you can be sure the cabin has been thoroughly wiped down and the trash from the previous day's flights has actually been removed. Plus, fares are often cheaper, especially on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the airport is quieter, which makes the whole experience less chaotic. The only catch, of course, is that you have to be willing to set a very, very early alarm. Trick 12. Buy tickets on Tuesday, Wednesday for the best fares. Want to score a better deal on your next flight? It's not just about where you're going, it's about when you book. According to data from travel sites like Google Flights and Hopper, the cheapest days of the week to actually purchase plane tickets are typically Tuesday and Wednesday. Airlines often release their weekly sales on Monday nights, and by Tuesday morning, competing airlines have scrambled to match those prices. That's the sweet spot. If you miss Tuesday, Wednesday is often just as good. It's one of the slowest booking days, so airlines sometimes drop fares to entice buyers. Combine that with the fact that flying on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday also tends to be cheaper, and you've got a winning strategy. It's not a magical rule that works 100% of the time, but the data shows it holds true more often than not. Of course, holidays and major events can throw all the rules out the window. That's why smart travelers use tools like Google Flights to track fare history and set price alerts. Bottom line, the day you click purchase matters. Choose the right one, and you could save enough for a nice dinner at your destination. Trick 13. Fly in August for lower airfares. But dreading sky-high airfare, here's a little-known sweet spot. August. Yep, August. Even though it's smack in the middle of summer and sounds like peak travel season, it's actually the cheapest month to fly. According to the latest data from Expedia, flights in August can cost up to 12% less for domestic trips and around 7% less for international ones, compared to the priciest months of the year. So what's the catch? It comes down to timing. In the US, kids are heading back to school. In Europe, locals in countries like France and Italy are off on their own vacations. And in many destinations, August also brings peak heat, which nudges demand just low enough to bring prices down. It's a perfect storm of quiet demand, tucked inside a month people assume is expensive. So if you're flexible and want to travel smarter, aim for late summer. You'll beat the crowds, stretch your budget, and maybe even snag a better seat with cash to spare for gelato. You've heard it 1,000 times. Trick 14. Protect bags under seats with liners. Please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you. And sure, it's standard procedure. But what they don't tell you? That spot might be the worst place for your bag. The carpet down there? It's a graveyard of crumbs, coffee stains, bathroom splashes, and whatever else has been tracked in from terminals across the globe. And yet, that's where your bag ends up, absorbing it all. There's also the theft factor. On overnight flights, in the dark, it's not unheard of for someone to quietly slide a bag out from under a neighboring seat. If your passport or phone is in there, you might not realize it's missing until landing. Even without theft, a loose zipper or sudden jolt can send small items rolling deep into row 23. Still, that underseat spot has one big advantage. It guarantees you won't be fighting for overhead space or risk a last-minute gate check. So the real question is, How do you make it safer? Pack smart. Slip your backpack or tote inside a large plastic liner before tucking it under the seat. It keeps the grime out. And for anything you'll need mid-flight, stash it in your jacket's inner pockets. Headphones, snacks, meds, even a charger. That way, you're not bending down mid-flight or worrying about forgotten items left behind in a dark cabin. We wipe our hands, our tray tables. Trick 15. Clean suitcase wheels to avoid germs. Even our phone screens, but somehow forget the dirtiest part of all, our suitcase wheels. They roll through bathroom floors, sidewalk grime, mystery airport spills, and then head straight into hotel rooms, bedrooms, sometimes even onto the bed. Just keep a pack of disinfecting wipes in your outer pocket. Give the wheels a quick wipe after every trip. And while you're at it, wipe down the whole case before you throw it on the bed to unpack. 30 seconds. Less bacteria. Way better sleep. So there you have it. Flight tricks no one puts on a boarding pass. But once you know them, you'll never travel the same way again. From sneaky shuttle hacks and secret security lanes to why August is your new favorite travel month, these little moves add up to smoother trips, smaller bills, and way fewer surprises at 35,000 feet. If this video gave you even one new tip, consider giving it a like or sharing it with that friend who always overpacks and still forgets a charger. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite airport in the world? I'd honestly love to know. Thanks for flying with us. See you in the next one.